Hello everyone! Today let's dive into one of fashion's most fascinating debates. Is it art or just shock value? For decades, designers have balanced between wearable beauty and jaw-dropping spectacle. Sometimes a dress is simply elegant. Other times, it's a statement that challenges our ideas. The runway becomes a stage for powerful messages, political, social, or deeply personal. Shock grabs attention, but intent matters most. Is it just for headlines, or is there real artistry behind it? The best designers blur the line, making us think while showcasing true craftsmanship. A dress made of raw meat or an unsettling prop isn't just for show, it's a wake-up call. The question isn't just, is this art? But what is the designer trying to say? When shock and skill meet, fashion becomes unforgettable. It's a delicate balance, but when achieved, it's fashion at its most powerful. The line between art and shock is thin, but it's where the magic happens. Great fashion makes us look, think, and feel. That's what keeps the industry alive and evolving. So, where do you draw the line? Fashion history is packed with rule-breaking moments that changed everything. Lady Gaga's meat dress at the 2010 MTV VMAs stunned the world. A protest as much as a spectacle. Alexander McQueen's 1999 show. A white dress spray-painted by robots, blending chaos and beauty, technology, and humanity. Yves Saint Laurent's Le Smoking Tuxedo for women in 1966, scandalous then, iconic now, redefined power dressing. The miniskirt, popularized by Mary Quant, was more than a hemline. It symbolized youth, freedom, and a cultural revolution. These moments weren't just shocking, they reflected and drove social change. Sometimes, a simple garment can be revolutionary. What's considered outrageous today might be tomorrow's classic. Fashion's most unforgettable moments challenge norms and spark conversation. They prove clothing is never just clothing. Each shockwave leaves a mark on culture. That's why we remember them. Fashion's power lies in its ability to disrupt, and that's what makes it unforgettable. When shocking fashion hits the runway, reactions are instant and intense. Critics and the public often split. Some call it ugly or desperate, others see genius. Headlines scream outrageous or bizarre, fueling debate. But behind the noise, some recognize the deeper message or artistry. Media coverage can make or break a collection, turning confusion into legend or disaster. A viral photo or a single review can shift public opinion overnight. Both outrage and praise matter. One proves the designer got our attention, the other that there's substance behind the shock. This debate keeps fashion alive, forcing us to question what we wear and why. Whether you love it or hate it, you're talking about it. In fashion, being talked about is a win. Impact matters more than universal approval. The conversation is what drives the industry forward. That's the real success. Some designers don't just make clothes, they provoke. Alexander McQueen's dark, dramatic shows explored life, death, and history, using shock to tell powerful stories. Rei Kawakubo of Comme des Garçons challenges beauty standards with distorted silhouettes, asking us to rethink the body itself. Rick Owens pushes boundaries with bold, sometimes unsettling runway moments, models carrying each other, daring cutouts, all to spark conversation about strength and vulnerability. These designers aren't chasing popularity, they're chasing authenticity. Their work inspires others to be brave and original. They prove fashion can be art, protest, and personal expression all at once. Rebels like these keep the industry dynamic. They remind us that breaking the rules can lead to greatness. Controversy isn't a side effect, it's the point. Their vision shapes the future of fashion. They show that success isn't about pleasing everyone, it's about making us think. Sometimes, you have to break the rules to move forward. Why does fashion need chaos? Because disruption fuels creativity. Safe, predictable fashion gets boring. Shock jolts the industry awake. Controversy sparks global conversations about beauty, purpose, and meaning. These moments push designers and consumers to see clothing differently. What starts as shocking can become tomorrow's trend. Chaos reflects the world we live in. Messy, complex, and ever-changing. Designers use shock to comment on real issues, making fashion a mirror to society. A little discomfort leads to progress. The line between art and shock is where innovation happens. Fashion should make us feel, sometimes comfortable, sometimes challenged. That's how the industry evolves. Chaos isn't just good for fashion, it's essential. That's what keeps it endlessly fascinating.